incredible comeback of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon has left smiles on the faces of many Cameroonians as they have continuously chanted, "We could take that cup," following the match which occurred yesterday, where Cameroon having 3 and Zambia having 3 as well. And noting that the man of the match who has been everywhere is none other than Vincent Aboubakar, who was Cameroon's plug for the day. Cameroon, we are on the bridge of premature elimination from the ongoing FIFA tournament with 22 minutes to spare until striker Vincent Aboubakar's introduction to the second half. The Cameroonian's captain brought in his experience, self-confidence, intelligence, 3 things that tweak his teammates. All is that Vincent Aboubakar gave Cameroon the reason to breathe again in Qatar when he first sent his imperial center defender Melos to the dry cleaners in the 63 minutes before reducing score with a fine lump. In what had initially been rolled out as an offside goal, the video assistant review validated Aboubakar's 38 gold in the Cameroon shirt. They believed in destiny, the Lions' fighting spirit, and the winning mentality, then possessed the 30 other Cameroonians compatriots on the pitch. And an increase in you had never believed that anything is impossible in the football, no matter how unlikely it might be. Fighting spirit is a thread that runs through the veins of every single Cameroonian, noting that one more goal needed against Zambia, with the clock ticking fast. The ferocious defending from Five Collins Gorang, Charles James Castelito, and Tello and Nicolas Kulu's experience proved instrumental, and the latter is experience, intelligence, leadership, and charisma. Having slided his way into the Zambia's box, star boy Vincent Aboubakar incredibly displayed defender Nicola and had an opportunity to score his second on the night, but the former Cotton Sport man decided to pass the ball to an onrushing Eric Magzi Chukwumoti, who slotted the home equalizer. That's his 21st goal in the Cameroon shirt. And the Cameroonians defended their precious 1 point with absolute jealousy, as it blocked in the face of the dangerous constant draw by the tactic and his teammates from the edge of Cameroon's area, where Alexander came knocking on the windows of opportunity several times but auctioned all his attempts. When the Dubai referee Muhammadu Abdullah blasted the final whistle, Cameroon laid hands on their face and FIFA World Cup points in 20 years. They are facing Brazil next this Friday, and it is a must-win match, as many anticipate. Noting that before the match kicks off, people were wondering why Andre Onana was not seen. Andre Onana was nowhere to be seen. Several questions unanswered. Many asked if actually Andre Onana had disrespected the coach during their dressing time. Many were asking series of questions and nobody to answer these questions. But as the post-match press conference, Rigo Benson was asked what happened to Andre Onana, why they had a different goalkeeper instead of Andre Onana. He answered that it was a personal decision from Andre Onana to stay back and not play against Zambia. But it was later, in his words, he said, but it's allowed that this helped us, to see that we have a person who can challenge him for the first choice play. And according to Rigo Benson, he said, for now, we have a game to play against Brazil. I will work with those who are ready to play. And after the competition, we'll tell you what happened. For now, it has been put aside for indiscipline, he later stated, noting that a few hours after, there was a communique coming in from Fecafoot, stating the reason why Andre Onana was not present for this match. The communique read, The Cameroon Football Federation hereby informs the public that the following Mr. Rigobert Song Bahana's decision, head coach of the Indomitable Lions, the player Andre Onana has been temporarily suspended from the group for disciplinary reasons. The Cameroon Football Federation reiterated its full support to the head coach and his entire staff as they implement the federation's policy and aimed at preserving discipline, solidarity, and cohesion within the national team. FIFA Foods further reaffirmed its commitment to create a peaceful atmosphere for the team and to provide them with adequate facilities for an outstanding performance. Sure, we are looking forward that the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon will not let us down this time around. And the news reaching us at Press Eye proves that or says that there's a source very close to information having that Andre Onana has been reinstalled to the Lions then as that's following, presidential decree which was made few hours after. Many have been asking why Andre Onana has been restored, while others are jubilating. Others are saying that the same people applauding Andre Onana at this point, they are the same people who are going to throw slant at Andre Onana if he fails to deliver during the match against Brazil. We keep our fingers crossed, hoping that Andre Onana comes to the Lions then after all this struggle. And we cannot talk about this match without talking about Abu Bey himself, who was crowned the man of the match. Yes, Vincent Abubakar, deservingly man of the match, following his historic goal and assist. He became the first player in the World Cup history to come from the bench and score an assist for an African nation. That was an applause for Abubakar, who is always ready to save Cameroon from all tussle. So we congratulate him for that, and it is an applause for Vincent Abubakar. Up next, we talk how Brazil does Cameroon a favor by beating Switzerland 1-0 and qualifying for the FIFA tournament 2022. As it stands, Brazil are through to the knockout phase, and may slow down a little bit in their clash with Cameroon to prevent costly injuries. Those are the hopes of many. On the other hand, Switzerland face Zambia with a Swiss needing a win to guarantee qualification, and a draw may not be enough for them. A draw for Switzerland would take them to 4 points. That's level with Cameroon if Cameroon beats Brazil at this point. The first criteria to choose the better team is a goal difference, and the second criteria is the number of goals scored at the moment, where Cameroon has scored 3 while Swiss has just 1. Zambia will now make life easy for Swiss if the Zambian people wins and Cameroon wins as well. Both sides will sit on 4 points each, while goal difference and numbers of goals scored shall be used to choose better sides. Cameroon has a better goal difference of -1 than the Zambia -2 this moment. That is the best scenario for Cameroon will be to beat Brazil by any goal, and we hope for a draw of less than 3 goals, which is a draw of 0-0, 1-1 or 2-2 between Zambia and Switzerland. Then the only other possible good scenario is if Zambia wins over Switzerland. If Switzerland also wins, it's over for Cameroon. If Switzerland wins, it's over for Cameroon. And we are for a nail-beating day 3 action, noting that the both games will be played simultaneously to avoid any conditioning of one game by the other. Of course, we talk how before the Brazil and Switzerland match, the Switzerland team bus crashes into the police car before the World Cup clash, clash with Brazil, and the footage filmed with the team's trip to the station showed traffic slowing them as the police car involving the escort received a bomb from the Swiss team bus, and concerns about injuries to players and coaching staffs were quickly dispelled as the full squad arrived on time at the stadium. Some Switzerland claims that it could be the reason why they were beaten by Brazil during the game, but we hope that they are going to do their best to still remain in the game. Of course, we also talk about one of those African countries who is keeping the flag of Africa so high. We talk how Ghana disciplines South Korea to disciplined South Korea, once again shows it's more about mentality. That is 3-2, where African sides have just as much quality as the other, and it takes doing away with the inferiority complex and building self-confidence to produce good results. The only fear for Ghana is individual lapses in dangerous areas and the spaces on the flaps which they give opponents. Aside that, the Black Stars are an energetic, a powerful and a technical side that can beat anyone. And up next for them is the final against OFA's Uruguay. Otto Adu's side will be looking forward to a sweet revenge from the Black Stars. Of course, we also talk how Portugal had 2-0 win over Uruguay, and it's a great news for Ghana as well, where Ghana now needs only 1 point to qualify if South Korea can't beat Portugal. The Black Stars are currently the second in H with 3 points behind Portugal that has just 6, and ahead of Uruguay and South Korea that have 1 each. If Ghana draws with Uruguay and South Korea beat Portugal, Ghana can still fight for a place on goal difference, and the Ghanaians, however, are in control of their destiny as a win against Uruguay takes them to the next round regardless of the result elsewhere. So we say congratulations to the Ghanaians, that's the black guys, as they are taking the flag of Africa so high, making sure that this cup finally remains in Africa, if not Cameroon in particular. But the Cameroonians are so excited and they are so positive, hoping that we could take that cup. Of course, we keep our fingers crossed, looking forward to the match which will be played on Friday. We are hoping that the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, they are going to play incredibly as usual. And that article takes us to the end of today's edition of our live newscast. We say thank you so much for your keen attention. Thank you so much for watching. We encourage you to do well to follow us on our YouTube channel, which is a CMTV Buzz, for more information, for more updates. Thank you to Madam Christina Abila, who was touching the 1001 button, making sure that you get me 5 on 5. Thank you to Mr. Fozo Oliver, who also assisted us technically. General supervision came in from Bobo Kwanchamba. Bringing you the news, I was gracious Berinyu. Till we meet again, keep watching CMTV.